According to the final report of the National Commission on the Causes of the Financial and Economic Crisis, in 2008, the losses were magnified by derivatives such as synthetic securities. Where are we today? The derivatives market is, in a word, gigantic, often estimated at more than $1.2 quadrillion on the high end. Some market analysts even place the size of the market at more than 10 times of the world's gross domestic product. This approach had opened gaps in oversight of critical areas with trillions of dollars at risk, such as the shadow banking system and the over-the-counter derivatives markets. The growth in globalization, derivatives, and leverage over the past 40 years has made a financial panic impossible to contain. Many banks have shifted their swaps overseas to avoid US regulations. Although all G20 countries agreed to regulate swaps, not much has been done. China has so far weathered the dual threats of trade war and a rising dollar well. The most likely causes for a China triggered global crisis would be a real estate crash or rolling defaults by local government owned fundraising vehicles, severely damaging bank balance sheets, tanking investments, and driving big capital outflows. This graph illustrates the growth of debt as a percentage of China's gross domestic product since 2010. China and the US are two major global economies. When external demand weakens, China pumps up investment at home, as it did in 2009. Its growth has been powered in part by one of the fastest build-ups of debt in history by a major country. That would worsen any financial crisis at home. Abroad, a weakening of China's economy might drive down prices for commodities and the value of many emerging market currencies, prompting widespread dollar bond defaults which could damage Western lenders. Chinese capital fleeing the country would sharply drive up the dollar. Slower emerging market growth would hit US and European exporters.